Hi friends, my name is Adelia. If we haven't met, I'm here at Garden Gateway and Moose has asked me to do some fall container planting for you. And so I've put together 3 pots that I think would be fun, and I've already pre-drilled them and put soil in them, so we'll just go ahead and start. I pulled this one together with lots of different textures and colors, and that's usually what I like to do. Not everybody likes the traditional mum, so I went ahead and picked out sunflower. And I'm gonna put him in first, and I might have filled this a little full, so I'll pull a little bit of soil out. Which happens. Sometimes I overfill. I love the peppers. This is actually our last one. Take a good look at that. They're awesome. We'll see if we can get any more in, but currently they're showing not available. But they're a great addition just to add a different texture and pop of color in your fall planters. I wanted to pull some of that yellow down from this flower and get your eye moving through the pot, so I figured I'd put this ivy in there. And then I always like to add random pops of color, and this one is pretty dark, but it's great for fall, I thought. So these are great because you could put them in your pot and then a couple months pull them out again and put them in your yard if you've got a hole that you need to fill. The coral bells are actually a perennial, and they'll work well in full sun or full shade. They do better in the shade and give you the most color in the shade, but they work in full sun, which is a great thing about them. And then I'm just gonna go through and put some pansies in. And then in a couple weeks, it'll be filling out and you'll have quite a bit of color in that pot. And I would also add like maybe 1 or 2 around the back, just so if you do see them back there, you can put them in there. So we're gonna go to this pot. I've also laid out. It's not a ton of color, but I think it's the simplicity of it and the textures are great. So a good tip, if you're struggling to pull your pots together, just put it all in there and lay it out and see how you like it. And then play with it. If you don't like it, pull it out and try again. But if you pull the elements together that you like, you can usually make something work. Pick your favorite colors, start with your favorite colors, your favorite textures, and then also make sure you're watching what works well in the sun that you're gonna be putting it in. As well with the heuchera, we've got a ghost fern, and I just love the texture of that. That could also be pulled out and put in your beds later on. So it's not such an expense you won't be losing on. This mum is, let's see, Hobo Lavender. And I liked how it pulls with this. Like they just have some complementing colors. So I thought that would work well together. And this thing is aggressive, it loves to trail. Give it enough light and water and it's happy. And then I've got some golden creeping jenny for a pop of color, a golden color. We're just gonna put that back in that corner. And I picked this cabbage just because I like pops of white, just because they make things pop in your planters. And I figured I could put this one right in there, and then we're gonna put this ivy right here, and that will kind of like tie it all together and pull your eye through the pot, so that movement will help you see the whole pot and not just parts of the pot. And then I would go through and pick some plants to complement that. I'll put some pansies and holes around there, and this one will be right there. So that pot's done. All right, so with this third pot, I just want to point out that our mums have 3 starts in them. Typically, you won't find that. You'll only find 1 start in a mum. And so they're going to be bigger and fuller than you would find at the box stores. And yeah, it's just something Moose has learned to grow and done well with. We also have our flowering cabbage and kale on for 20% off, I think.
30% off on those guys, yeah.
Yeah, so I was wrong. Yeah, so the cabbage and kale are 30% off. They're a great addition to add with your mums. And then I've got another black-eyed Susan. Now these are an annual variety, but they will seed down and you might get them to come back. So that's something to take note of if you're putting them in your beds. And then I've got another heuchera. I just liked how it played on the fall colors, kind of pulls it together. They're not the same color, but I think they complement each other well. And then I was gonna put a creeping Jenny in, but I was going to use the green this time. And then I've of course got another pack of pansies. So there it is, guys, easy fall pots for you.